Hey guys, and I am making a very fast-paced story to the story I wanted to talk about earlier. So, yeah. With that being said, let's get to it. Okay, so this is my superhero. Well, this is a superhero who saved the world from a villain named Darkhan. You guys want to? You guys can check on my YouTube channel. There's a playlist. I think it's called The Big Battle playlist, so you guys can check that out. I know it's terrible, but you can get a good scope of this character and things that happen in the middle of it and all the things that happen there. But this is a little bit like a few days forward, so she goes to picks up her little cousin who school is having a adventure fun thing where it's a fair for, having the, is where they invent stuff. And so he invented a machine that in that shows you the world of imaginary friends, where he shows that his imaginary friend, his name is Booplop, a creature who is kind of creepy looking. Also, by the way, they do bump into a superhero who is a Dragator, but I'll show you her in a minute. Basically, he goes and he tries to attack his sister, and but he but his, but he says like, no, don't do it, and he and gets and so he's like, how could you do this to me, and so tries to take the machine, fails because she uses her thorn powers to shoot the red thorns out to stun his arms. That's when the older cousin punches him across the face, sends him flying. That's when this shadowy figure with a top hat guy and further shadowy figure characters came out and because if you guys don't know, that he pressed the button and it made a giant wave that expanded, also started making a little ripple for them to go through. They took a bunch of people into the world of the imaginary friends, and then everyone was running. The two girls were fighting them, and after when they were alone, they were using the powers, realizing that they both have powers, and so after a while he got mad because they were hurting his friends. So he took down his staff, hit the ground, and made them go flying, and told them and said, "We're done. We got enough for tonight. We'll come back for the machine." And then goes and flies away. Well, not flies away, but teleports away, whatever you want to say. And then after that, that's how this story goes. They go to her little secret hidden house in the forest that was made after the battle, because she met a few superheroes that are actually very good with building, buildings and structures and other shit. So yeah, and they decide to just figure this whole thing out tomorrow because it was starting to get very late. And after that, well, that's it, pretty much. So everyone, that is the story of the Attack of the Imaginary Friends. I decided to tell you guys the story instead of me doing all the voice impressions, because I did like 2 times and I got really tired and I got really drained because of that. And it was just like everything wasn't working, everything was failing, it was delaying the story, and I didn't feel like telling the story again. I don't know how I'm going to do a more longer story of it. I do want to, but I feel like I'm going to have to do shorter for now until I can figure out how to do a longer story. So that means, like, next time on TikTok, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the stories shorter. Like, I'm going to have a random moment. I'm going to, like, let you guys see this. But I'm going to leave a little time. Then I'm going to do another video. And I'm going to make it shorter. I'm going to make it a little more different. I'm going to try and do a more longer pacing video that I'm going to have to work on. So, yeah. But that video is going to be more of them trying to figure out who they are, and you guys get to know more of the characters. So basically, episode 2 is going to be easier for me, because you guys are going to just get to know more about the characters and who they are, and basically everything that's going on. And that's going to set up the pacing for the rest of the series that I'm going to be doing. So yeah, hope you guys really enjoyed this. Again, I'm very sorry about how much it's kind of weird and it's delayed a lot. Next, season 2 will be a lot more of voice characters and other things for you guys. So yeah, hope you guys stick around to see that, and I hope this story was at least somewhat good to you guys. See you guys later. Crimson Thunder out.